Hey guys, Jack here. Today, we're tackling a massive topic. What if I told you that even if your salary keeps going up, even if your home's value increases, and even if your savings account balance grows, you could still be getting poorer every single year? It's not because you're bad with money. It's not because you don't invest. It's because of a hidden cost of inflation that almost no one calculates. And over 30 years, it can quietly erase hundreds of thousands of dollars from your lifetime wealth. Let me show you what most Americans never see. Most people think inflation just means prices go up. Groceries cost more, gas costs more, rent costs more, but that's only scratching the surface. The real damage of inflation isn't just higher prices. It's the silent, ever-widening gap between your wage growth, your asset growth, and your real purchasing power. Since 1980, U.S. inflation has averaged about 3% per year. That sounds small, right? But 3% compounded over 30 years cuts your purchasing power almost in half. Let me say that again. Half. That means $100,000 today will have the buying power of around $41,000 in 30 years. Most people never do this calculation, and it's a crucial one. Now, let's look at wages. Yes, salaries have generally increased over time. But here's the problem. Wages often grow slower than the real cost of living. For example, if your salary increases by 2% in a year, but inflation averages 3%, you are losing 1% of your purchasing power every single year. It sounds insignificant, but over a 25-year career, that 1% gap compounds into a massive drain on your wealth. It means you work harder, you earn more dollars, but your real lifestyle barely improves. That's the hidden wage erosion that keeps so many people feeling stuck. Now here's something that might surprise you. Inflation can actually help homeowners. Sometimes, if you were lucky enough to lock in a 3% fixed mortgage back in 2021, and inflation is now running at 4 or 5%, you're essentially paying back your loan with cheaper future dollars. That's great for you. But here's what most people don't calculate. Home prices aren't the only thing that inflates. Your property taxes inflate. Your homeowner's insurance inflates. The cost of maintenance and repairs inflates. And if your income doesn't rise at the same or a faster rate, owning that home actually becomes heavier over time, not lighter. So while your house value goes up on paper, your real, day-to-day cost of living might be rising even faster. This is where inflation hurts the most. Your savings. Let's say you keep $50,000 in a traditional savings account, earning a measly 1% interest. If inflation is running at 3%, you are losing 2% in real value, in real purchasing power, every single year. That is a guaranteed loss. You're not spending it, you're not gambling it away. Inflation is just quietly taking it. Over 20 years, that $50,000 loses nearly 1/3 of its buying power. This is exactly why many older generations who save safely their whole lives often feel so much poorer than they expected to in retirement. Their nest egg just doesn't go as far as they planned. And this leads to the most dangerous part of all. Most conventional retirement planning assumes you'll need about 70 to 80% of your current income to live comfortably. But inflation completely changes that math. If you plan to retire in 30 years and inflation averages 3%, you will need more than double today's income just to maintain the exact same lifestyle you have now. Double, because inflation doesn't just raise the price of goods, it raises the cost of time itself. The true, hidden cost of inflation isn't about paying more for groceries. It's about the silent impact of slower wage growth, eroded savings, underestimated retirement needs, and a lifestyle that stagnates despite a higher income on paper. Inflation doesn't destroy your wealth overnight. It's a slow, quiet process that reduces your future options. And most people don't even notice it's happening until it's far too late. It moves money from savers to asset owners, from the uninformed to the prepared. The real critical question is my money growing faster than inflation? Is eating it away? If you found this useful and want more real explanations about how money actually works, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.